Did Dick Shawn play freebooter for his high school football team? When Dorothy Lyman feels uxorious, would she rather be alone? Does Richard Mall mollify in the summer or the winter? We'll find out the answer to these questions and a lot more as we play television's funniest new game show, Wordplay. And here's your host, that man of many words, Tom Kennedy.
Hello there. Hi, gang. Hello. Well, good day. Thank you very much. Oh, yes. Thank you, my friends. Welcome once again to Wordplay. This is a game of fascinating words, funny definitions, and lots of cash. And to give us those definitions, you have already met our celebrity panel. As a matter of fact, Richard Mall.
This is my illegitimate son. His mother was Miss Piggy. It's not something I'm proud of, but now it's out, you know? I'll go out with anybody. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I hope he brings you good luck today. Let us now meet our contestants. First of all, we have our returning champ, Jamie Harrison. Welcome back there, Jamie.
Thank you.
Jamie comes having won already in cash and prizes $1,150. We welcome you back. And her new challenger today is Mr. Joseph Dunn. Welcome to you, Joseph.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you.
Tell us about yourself.
Well, Tom, I enjoy variety and travel. I've been 8 years in the Marine Corps, 2 years teaching in the Peace Corps, a tax consultant. I'm now a magician and working at Beverly Hills Post Office.
Welcome to our show, Joseph. Good luck to you. Here's how we play our game. We're going to be playing today with 9 words, all to be found in the dictionary. And those words are diurnal, freebooter, effusive, mollify, estivate, hirsute, akimbo, uxorious, and curmudgeon. Now, you contestants are going to pick a word one at a time. Our celebrities are going to give you definitions, and you're going to decide which is the right definition. And when you are right, you'll win some money. Now, whoever is ahead after we play 6 words will have a shot at our speed round, which today is worth $7,500. And one more thing, one of those words is a bonus word. And with that word, that means you could win today a trip to Hong Kong. So good luck to both of you. Let's show our home audience today's bonus word. All right, returning champ, Jamie, you're first. Which is your first word for today?
I'm going to start at the top and go with mollify.
Mollify, she says. So, Dick Shawn, what is your definition of mollify?
Mollify. Mollify is to soothe. Like the lion tamer when he soothes the savage beast. He mollifies the lion. I recently read where this lion tamer went into this cage with this ferocious lion, and he did such a good job mollifying him that he now goes under the name of the Amazing Lefty. So I reiterate, it means to soothe.
Thank you very much, Miss. Yes, thank you very much. Dorothy Lyman, mollify is the word.
Well, mollify, in my opinion, Dick, means to imitate. And in our business, you run into a lot of people who want to be imitators or impressionists. One of my friends loves to do it, but he is dreadful at it. The only thing that he can think to imitate are inanimate objects like fire plugs, telephone poles, and postal workers. For our contestant, Joseph. Mollify means to imitate.
However, Richard Mall says his definition is...
Mollify means to shrink, you know, like shrink-to-fit jeans. I bought some shrink-to-fit jeans the other day. It wasn't too good. They shrunk to fit Hervé Villechaize. Yeah. Okay. It means to shrink.
Jamie, mollify, one of these is the right definition for mollify. Do you think it's soothe, imitate, or shrink? Answer?
I'm going to go with Dick and say soothe.
Is it soothe? It is indeed. You got it. Now, let's find out what mollify is worth. There are $50 behind that word, and that puts you on today's scoreboard, and we go next to Joseph. Now, Joseph, before you go next, I want to remind you that if you pick a word that is connected to that $50 up there, you'll not only win the money behind your word, you'll win that $50 as well. With that in mind, which word would you like next?
I'm going to be Safe and sure with akimbo.
So akimbo goes over here to Dorothy Lyman.
Well, akimbo is an animal trick. It comes from the word that the elephant trainers use to call a command to the elephant if they want him to put his right foot up on the little stool there. They say, right akimbo. That is not to be confused with write a memo, which means you want the elephant to sit on your lap and take dictation. An animal trick.
Richard, I just want to say, you're nerds, Dorothy. That's not what it means. Everybody knows that akimbo is a paperweight. In ancient times, you know, like when they wrote hieroglyphics on rocks, they'd use a bigger rock to hold it down as a paperweight. Stonehenge is all rocks. You ever been there? You know, they got a lot of small rocks holding up one big rock that says, while you were out, Thor called.
Paperweight. Paperweight. Mr. Sean, akimbo, please.
Akimbo. Akimbo means you stand in a certain position, for example, when your hips are like this, your arms are akimbo. Today, the Reagan administration, when they talk to the press, use their arms akimbo. No? Wait, I'm not sure about that. But I have a hunch it may not be right. So that's what I say.
But that's what you're going to stick with that.
It's a hands on
the hips
with elbows out.
You sure have a way with arms, I'll say that.
Yes.
Joseph, akimbo, does it mean hands on hips with elbows out? Does it mean animal trick? Or does it mean paperweight? Paperweight.
Dick's the one.
Dick Sean, he says, is the one. Is he right? It is right, Joseph. We got it. Hands on hips with elbows out. Joseph, we go over there to look what it is worth, and it turns out it is worth $75. It is not connected for you, so you get exactly that. $75 puts you on the scoreboard, and they're both on the scoreboard. We're going to get to round two, and we're going to raise our money amounts in round two, and the laughs continue for you in round two, too, so don't go away. Round two. We have increased the money amounts behind our words. Both of our players are on the scoreboard. Jamie, take a look up there and tell me which word you'd like next.
I'm going to go for connection. I'm going to go for estivate.
Aha. It does indeed connect. As a matter of fact, two different ways. That's a very good choice. For estivate, we go to Mr. Richard Mall. Richard, right now, we want to know about estivate, please.
Certainly. Estivate means to unclog. A few months ago, a friend of mine swallowed a cork. And you know, his wife called up the doctor and said, come right over and estivate his windpipe. He got over there. He came up. You're not making this easy. You're not making this easy. 5 minutes later, his wife called the doctor and said, forget it, we found a corkscrew. Dare open wide. Hey, I got through it.
So sum it up. It means unclog.
To unclog.
Oh, my goodness, that poor friend of yours, Dick.
Estivate means to wander. The original Estivars who roamed through the desert. They did, honest. They used to roam through the desert. I read this in the Reader's Digest. That's why I say they wander.
They wander. The Estivars wander. The famous wandering Estivars. From Mama's family, we go next to Dorothy Lyman.
I have to sit between these two guys. Unbelievable. Estivate means to sleep the summer away. Polar bears estivate. Grizzly bears hibernate, which is sleep the winter away. Bank tellers both estivate and hibernate.
Does estivate mean wander, sleep the summer away, or unclog?
I'm going to go with Richard and say unclog.
He's going to go with Richard. Was Richard giving us the right definition? Yeah. Oh, no, he wasn't. But it's not over with yet, Joseph. This decision is yours. You're going to go along with Dickie Pooh, or you're going to go with Dorothy? Which one is telling you?
I'm going along with Dorothy. Sleep the summer away.
Sleep the summer away. Is he right? Yes, Dorothy's right, and so is he. So estimate we find is worth $100. Now, that is connected to 125, so we add 225 to your score for a total of $300. That's a big leap forward. Joseph, you have that choice, too. Looking at the board, you have 1, 2, 3 words that connect, but, of course, you can pick any of the words you wish. Which is your choice?
Hirsute.
Hirsute. And we start with hirsute with the wandering Estevar, Mr. Dick Shawn.
Hirsute means hurried. If a man wants to have a suit made and he doesn't have the time, he lets his wife, who is the same size as him, come there, get fitted up, then his suit becomes her suit. I believe that more than I did with my sand thing.
Really?
That one I'm convinced of. So I say, that's it.
Okay. Hurried. Hurried means her suit, as opposed to his
He went in
suit.
a hurry.
Gotcha. Dorothy?
Hirsute means childish, like my neighbor, the woman who lives next door to me. You know, she's blonde, well-built. Her husband bought her a new refrigerator. She spent all day playing in the carton. Means childish.
Childish, okay. Richard Mull, hirsute.
Hirsute means hairy. Something I know all about, by the way. Really, I used to be very hairy. I was cast in the remake of King Kong. A terrible accident happened. I fell into a vat of nair. So anyway, it means, moving right along, it means hairy.
There you go. That, of course, comes the world's foremost authority on hair, Richard Mull. All right. All right, Joseph, hirsute is the word. Which is the right definition? Is it hurried? Is it childish? Or is it hairy?
Harry.
Harry, he says. Is it Harry, right?
My name's Richard.
The hirsute one, Richard Mull is right. That word was worth $50, and that connects to $225. So we add $275 to your score for a total of $675 to Jamie's $50. But the game isn't over, because we have lots of words up there. Plus, we also increased the money amounts for our next round. Plus, the bonus word is still at large, so we're going to have a big round coming up. You don't want to miss it after this. Welcome back to our third and final round. Before we go any further, our challenger over there, Joseph Dunn, we said had $675, but we made a mathematical error in computing his score. It's actually, Joseph, $575, so it's $575 to $50 as we go into round number 3. So we are ready to go. Are you, Jamie?
Yes, I am.
All right, and there are lots of dollars up there. If you connect with one of them, you can make a lot of money. Which word would you like next?
I think I'm going to go with freebooter.
Freebooter, and that, of course, is one of the connecting words. And for freebooter, we go over Dorothy Lyman.
Well, a freebooter is a pirate. You've seen those guys. They've got a patch for an eye, a hook for a hand, and a peg for a leg. They've got the nerve to call themselves Jolly Rogers. Freebooter is a pirate.
Short and sweet, thank you, Dorothy. Speaking of short and sweet, Richard?
But I'm 6'8". Anyway, a freebooter is a free sample, you know, like they give away at the grocery store, at the supermarket there. In fact, I went in the other day, I got a freebooter. I got, kibbles and bits on a cracker. The only trouble was the next day, I chewed up my slippers and bit the mailman. Okay, so, I think it means free sample.
He says free sample. Dick Shawn.
A freebooter is a heckler. One who drives comedians crazy in nightclubs. They throw lines at them, they ruin their timing, they affect them. That's a freebooter. Now, the way you combat them as the comedian is to say something funnier. If it is not as funny, you invite him up the stage and you boot him freely. To the point where he cannot talk anymore, and if he does, only tall dogs would hear. So I say that a heckler is a freebooter.
Jamie, freebooter. Does it mean heckler? Does it mean pirate, or does it mean free sample?
Dick was lucky for me before. I'm going to say heckler. Go with Dick.
All right. Was Dick Shawn telling us the correct definition? No, he was not, and that means, Joseph, there are two definitions left. Which do you think is the right one, pirate or free sample?
Dorothy, pirate.
He says, no doubt about it. It's Dorothy. Is he right? You are right. She is right. We go to Freebooter. We find it is worth $300. Wow, that connects to $275. So we add to your score $575. It gives you a grand total of, look at that, $1,150. Now, the winner gets to keep the money, and you, sir, are in charge because the next pick of the word is yours, Joseph. And so, which word up there would you like?
Diurnal.
Well, now, for diurnal, we go to Mr. Richard Mall.
Diurnal means restrained. A lot of big eaters have trouble being diurnal at buffets. Why, I oughta. So anyway, what they do is they follow a simple rule of thumb. Never take more than you can safely wheel back to your seat.
How would you sum that
Diurnal means restrained.
Restrained, I see. Very nicely summed up in one word. Dick Shawn.
To be compulsive, it would be like a gambler. A gambler at a track would be urinal.
I'll be darned.
Yes. I mean, one day, I remember this story about this gambler who was out there every day gambling, throwing his money away, family leaving it. He just wanted to gamble, never wanted to work. One day they called him about a job from 9 to 5. He said, no, I want better odds. I cannot work at that time. No. So I say it's definitely a compulsive thing.
Compulsive, I see.
So hard to read that right.
Diurnal means daily. My cousin's husband had a diurnal routine which drove my cousin so crazy she finally went to a divorce lawyer. Every morning it'd be the same thing. He'd wake up, have a shower, and then kiss his girlfriend goodbye.
If you get this right, you automatically will be our new champion. So, does diurnal mean compulsive? Does it mean daily? Or does it mean restrained? Joseph, what is your answer?
Daily.
Is he right? Do we have a new champ? It is daily. And congratulations, Joseph. You're our new champion. Daily is it. Diurnal was worth $100, connecting to $575, adding $675 to your score. Look at that. For a grand total of $1,825. Congratulations, Joseph. We have to say goodbye to Jamie. $1,150. You were a fine first champion. Congratulations on those winnings, and thank you for playing out. So congratulations, Joseph. Join me over here, a brand new champ. We have to say goodbye to Jamie, and congratulations to Joseph. $1,825 you won so far. In just a moment, you'll have a chance at $7,500 in our speed round, and we'll see how you do right after this. All right. Joseph Dunn, our current champ, has $1,825. Now he's going to try for $7,500 in our speed round, and here's how we play that. The object of this game is to get from one side of the board to the other by connecting boxes. Now, hidden behind each box are two definitions, but of a single word. For example, if you went to number 7, box number 7, you could see that it would read bridal party and brief rainfall. They both define shower, so you get that. Then if you went on to number 8, it might read bird beak, dinner check. You say, well, I think that's Bill. I say, yes, you're right. So you see, if you guess the word, the box is yours. However, if you were incorrect and you went to box number 9 and it read, for instance, any insect in hidden mic, and you didn't know that that was bug, then that would be incorrect, and that would turn into a block. Now, you have to go around the block, of course, to get across the board. Now, all boxes going across the board must be connected side by side. Starting with the first box, you can only go to another box by either giving a correct answer or by saying pass. Got it? Let's set the clock for 45 seconds, and we'll start that clock as soon as you pick the first box and go.
7.
All righty, country humor, cob kernels.
Corn. 8.
Okay, butter serving, touch light.
Tap. Pass. 13.
Pass 13, a theatrical flop, Thanksgiving bird.
Turkey. 14.
All right, wait for the bell, go. Bouncing toy, lavish dance.
Pass. 19.
Pass. Let's see. Royal headgear, tooth topping.
Crown. 20.
Yes, go. Card suit, garden tool.
Spade. 21.
Wait for the bell. Movie critique, study again. You can pass.
Pass!
All right.
1.
Yes. Extra tire, bowling score.
Spare! 2.
All right. Well, that's okay. You gave it a good shot. You know how to play, too, because you went up your only avenue across was number 1, but time ran out. You have a couple of blocks there, and we'll explain those blocks. Take your time. We'll explain the blocks and tell him how much he actually won right after this. That's all right. No one said it was going to be easy. Joseph, let's go over to that speed board and take a look at some of those blocks you had a problem with. On number 21, it read movie critique and study again, and of course that would be review. Up there on number 2, time ran out, and you didn't get to resolve that. Fireplace wood and ship's journal, what would that be?
Log.
Now we've had time to think it over. And number 8, that block was butter serving and touch lightly, Pat. And for number 14, a bouncing toy and lavish dance, and that would have been your right ball. But you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes for $100 each, a total of $500, and that's a grand total of a grand total of $2,325. Oh, and of course you're going to come back tomorrow. Now, when you do come back tomorrow, our speed round will be worth $10,000 because each day we had $2,500 when it is not won. Tomorrow, 10 grand. Hey, let me ask you one thing. Are we going to see you tomorrow? I hope so. See you then. Bye-bye.
Today's runner-up on Wordplay will receive Vitamasters 250 feet tread mill with electronic console, flatbed running surface, and a 5-horsepower motor with variable speed control. Designed to fold easily for storage, furnished by Vitamasters.